Hey students, you just got a pack of supplies from school. It should say science and art on it. I hope you've been waiting. Now it's time to open it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that. Ooh la la. Paper, tin foil, these are called pipe cleaners. Ooh, and a bunch of little beads. I want you to keep the beads inside the bag with the pipe cleaners and the tin foil. We are going to use those things for a science project. Now, we have 10 sheets of paper here. Today, we need 1, not 2, 1. So get out 1 sheet of paper, and the other 9 sheets of paper need to go back inside of your bag. Don't crease it, just fold it slightly like this, okay? And slide it inside your bag. Now we're gonna learn how to use our watercolors. So, am I gonna ruin Mommy's table? Maybe. So, I could use a baking sheet, right? Or I could even use a cutting board. This way, I won't ruin the table that I am working on with my watercolor paints. Now, in the word watercolors, this is your color. Where's the water? Well, go get some. You may think it's best to use a cup, but actually, I do not recommend this. A cup is very easy to tip over, right? And then we would have water all over the place and close to our computers. So what I'd like you to do is grab maybe a cereal bowl. A cereal bowl is much harder to tip over because it is short. We'll put a little bit of water in it. We don't need very much, just a little bit of water. Now, remember, your water should not be close to your computer because if it spills, that would be very bad. So be very careful and watch your elbows. See? Okay, are you ready? Now, these are brand new. So on the outside, there's a piece of plastic. And you just gotta get that with your fingernail and start peeling that plastic off. This now goes in the trash. Oh la la. Now, when you open it, and you're able to close it, you must be very careful. You don't want this to break, okay? You have to pay attention to what you are doing. Ooh. Now, if your watercolors get ruined, is anyone gonna buy you more watercolors? No, you are correct. These are your watercolors that you are responsible for taking good care of, okay? If you lose your paintbrush, is someone going to buy you a new one? Probably not. So take good care of the things that you have, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to do that. Now, I know what you want to do. You want to go, tss, but it's a watercolor. Watercolor. What is the most important ingredients in watercolors? Here's our vocabulary words. We swoosh. Listen carefully. That's called swooshing. Say with me, swoosh. Do not tap. No, 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 no. That just gets water on your computer. So swoosh. And I blot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is all you need. I do not want to see twisting or stabbing or scooping. We just blot. 1, 2, 3. Do you see how the paints are now wet? This one, the orange, is wet, and this one is dry because the orange has water. Now, I will use my watercolors and I will paint my paper. Wow. Now, you see that? That means that my paints are thirsty. This is a healthy paint with lots of water. Thirsty, very hydrated, not thirsty. So, when I want more paint, what do? You guessed it, water! Okay, watch carefully. We're going to swoosh and blot. Blotting looks like this. 1, 2, 3. Do you see the paint on my brush? You don't want to get too much paint because that's being wasteful. Now, it's time for us to create.
To inspire our artwork today, we are going to learn about one of my favorite artists to teach about, Vasily Kandinsky. Kandinsky is a Russian artist. He is known for helping to create a style of art called abstract art. Abstract art is the style of making art when you're not making anything in particular. You're creating a feeling. For example, this piece of art makes me feel joyful. Abstract art was inspired by music. Can you see a rhythm or a beat shown with these shapes and colors? Maybe sometimes you can find eyes or sounds or feelings. What do you see in this piece of art? Sometimes I see fish or faces of a cat, or maybe a magical building in a fairy tale world surrounded by colors and emotions. Maybe I can see a face. This is the beauty of abstract art. You can find things and use your imagination. Today, in our piece of art, I want you to be inspired by Kandinsky. I want you to paint lines and colors and shape and maybe hide some objects that you love. This first activity is all about experimenting with your watercolors. I hope you are inspired by music and Kandinsky to help you create the illusion of feelings and creativity. We are not creating a house. We are creating colors and shapes inspired by the sounds we hear.
Easy. Swoosh. 1, 2, 3. Swoosh. 1, 2, 3. Should I mix the yellow and the blue? No, because that will give you green, and you already have a green. What if you want to make a light color green, like a lime? What I want you to do is use the yellow, then quickly clean your brush, and use the green. Do you see that? I mixed colors. Did I mix them in my tray? No, my tray is still clean. If you want to mix colors, you can mix them on your paper. Swoosh. See, green by itself looks like this, right? But green and yellow mixed together looks like this. They're slightly different. And they are both beautiful.
It's time for you to start. Go ahead and dive in to your watercolors. Practice following directions and fill your entire paper with the lines and colors and shapes that you can hear and that you can feel when you paint like Kandinsky. Take your time and fill up your entire paper inspired by abstract art and Kandinsky. I can't wait to see the beautiful artwork you create. When you are done, submit your artwork on Seesaw and put it somewhere safe. It will dry quickly. You can hang your artwork in your house to help show joyfulness, just like Kandinsky did.
When you're finished and your brush is dirty, you need to go make sure it is clean. You can use clean water, you can use the sink, but it needs to be clean. When it is clean, you can put it back inside of your tray. Close your paints. Remember, be careful not to break it. Make sure that it's closed properly. There you go. And this goes back inside of our art and science supply bag. Now make sure it's not dripping with water or anything. There shouldn't be too much water. We don't want it to ruin our paper. So just slide it back inside.